welcome to Sunday the 12th of September. It is dry, it is not very cold, but I decided to make it the first day that I wear boots. But I'll do my outfit when I go home because I'm sitting down now and it's quite hard. I have my little Palm Springs mini with me and just off to B&M to pick up a wee toy for Georgie because there's a story. Well, this is how the story goes. So, Rico and I were supposed to be going out last night with our friends Marilyn and Simon, and then George and Ruth also had planned to go out with, well, they were invited to a wedding, but Ruth's mum and dad were going to the wedding too. And Ruth's sister, brother-in-law, children all ended up with COVID, so I decided to cancel our night, let them go to their wedding, because we could always rearrange. So that was all well and good. And then yesterday George texted me to say that Georgie really wasn't feeling well and she was choked up with the cold, but that they were going to do a COVID test before bringing her over to me. So they did the home kit COVID test. What's the ones you do at home called? It's not the PCR, the lateral flow test. The lateral flow test. And George says to me he could see a fine line on the test. So they took her to have a PCR test, and they also took a PCR test. This morning, they all came back negative. But when Georgie woke up, I'd spoken to her and she was really choked up and coughing, and I was pretty much sure she had COVID by the sound of her. Anyway, so I promised her a wee toy, and I got on and I put on a pot of soup, you know, my Avril Lemony soup, you know, the egg lemon chicken soup that goes on in every Cypriot home when somebody's unwell. The pot went on, so I've made that for them. Rico's just going to go off to do some food shopping whilst I'm in choosing a toy for Georgie, and I'm sure I'll pick up some other random things like chocolates. We actually need chocolates and things like that, so don't moan at me. And some sweeties and things like that. Right, okay, I'm going to stop talking now because the people in the car next to us are probably wondering what the I'm up to, talking to a camera. Oh God, I wish I got that just as I switched the camera off and Rico was saying, what did you say, Rico?
None of their business. That's what I said. None of their business.
That's the attitude a vlogger needs. It's that attitude, because he just doesn't care. Do you? Whereas
right.
Huh?
I don't care.
He doesn't care. Whereas I'm a bit, yeah. No. Anyway,
Odd.
makeup's looking good. Who? I'm odd.
Yeah.
I'm odd.
Yeah.
What do you always say to me? Weirdos attract weirdos.
That's right.
So that's why I attracted you.
Correct.
Because we're both weirdos. Anyway, I'm going to put the camera down and go and choose a wee tiny toy for Georgie. Okay, we are back. So I'll do a quick outfit and then I'll show you what I got. Well, I can't show you what I got Georgie because George has already been round and picked the things up for Georgie. So let's do the outfit because I love it. Okay, the bag was the Palm Springs mini. There we go. And and here we have the outfit. So shirt from H&M, which is quite long at the back. I have shorts from Primark. I have a body from Primark. I have tights from Primark. And I have boots from Primark. So, designer bag with all of this, and let me tell you, this is such a comfortable outfit and it looks good. There we go. What did we get? We got from TK Maxx a sweatshirt for Rico, a Michael Kors sweatshirt, something Rico's never ever worn before and decided he wanted a sweatshirt. So this is it here, very nice. Some shoes, there we go, he picked himself up some trainer shoes, trainers, there we go. That was Rico's items. I'll put them there because people have been wearing them and trying them on probably. The sweatshirt was, how much was the sweatshirt? It was $39.99. Do we know what it was reduced from? That's that. And the shoes were $19.99. There we go, very nice. Rico's already cooking. Here we have carrots from the garden. That's the pot of soup that I made for Georgie, which this is what's left for us. There we go, that's what it looks like. Yummy. I got some Maltesers because I feel as if I've not had Maltesers for a very, very long time. I got some Roysters. Yes, everything has been sprayed. We got eggs, that's what Rico got eggs. I picked up some walnut whips for Rico because he likes them. I'm not really a fan of them. And Rico picked up stock cubes, just some lemon to have in the fridge, a nice baguette, which these are the type you just cook in the oven and it feels as if you've just made freshly baked bread, some crunchies, some sports mixtures for Rico, some wine gums for Rico, a picnic, haven't had a picnic in years either, an Aero, the caramel Aeros, these are the individual ones. That's our roast potatoes. I'm not going to touch the tray.
Okay.
There was other things. What else did we get? I got some of the original Caramax. So I gave a packet to George and Ruth because they love them as well. And I took 2 out of the packet for my neighbour because we were talking about them. So I passed 2 over to them and left 1 for me in there. That's that. Georgie got a bag of Jelly Babies, the Caramax, a hat with a G and glitter on it, cap, and a wee game to cheer her up. A wee unicorn game. Right, that's it. And the rest of the food stuff that Rico shopped is away. But Darama's still here. Right. Oh! I also picked up this tray for my downstairs bathroom. So I'll go and set this up just now. We are having roast lamb today. That's it there. Okay, we are back in the room. I'm trying to decide. Okay, that's what I'm trying to decide at this precise moment. Look, can I tell you, this room's a mess. It is like I'm doing an autumn Beckman at the moment. There's things everywhere. So I have, oh dear me, I have my Neverfull still sitting down there with, because I didn't unpack it yesterday, so I just pulled out what I needed out of here and put it in my Palm Springs Mini, which is still downstairs. But I had to go and exchange my boots because I didn't realise the cream pair, beige, cream, beige, whatever, that I picked up was a size 6. And I'm really glad I took them back because, like I said, the 6 fitted me, but today I've got the 7 on in the black and they are just such a comfortable fit. Might as well empty it now that I'm here. So that's sitting there. Then I've got a pouch that's, I've kind of reorganised my pouch for the car. So, you know, I'm that just in case person. So this is my pouch for the car. So I have in here, might as well show you as we're doing this. I have an inhaler. I have antihistamines. I have paracetamol. I have a nail file. I have a pen. I have a brush and comb thing. There we go. I have a sweetener in there, which I don't know why, because I don't use sweetener anymore. I have mints. These are all just in case things. This is empty, but this would normally house Lily's seatbelt. I have a spare mask, although we keep a packet of disposable masks in the car as well. Compeed. what is this? Oh, Rescue Remedy. That was carrying that about a lot when, you know, the anxiety was bad. L'Occitane hand creams, just a little tiny one. And brush on sunblock. 30. Then in this pouch there's a pocket just here, and in there is like spare makeup, like there's, what's this, there's lipsticks, right, so that's a pack of lipsticks, and then there's eyeshadows, so you get the drift. Then there's a wee foundation and a liner and everything you might need if you needed to touch up, or if you needed makeup on and you didn't have makeup. I have an old pair of glasses that still work if something happens to my contacts and I don't have my glasses with me, then I have spare glasses there. This, by the way, little pouch, this little organiser pouch was from Primark. It's years old, so I don't even know if they still do them. You're not going to believe what I'm going to pull out next. I have a spare oh my goodness me, cutlery set, fork, spoon and knife. There's an in there. I have straw, foldable straw, and in here I have everything that I might need to clean my contact lenses. So I have solution, I have a case, I have wipes, and I have a sanitizer. I have a little notebook. I have 2 sets of earphones. Now I have the cordless ones, but just in case I haven't got them with me, I have both. So one is with the new iPhones, which is like that, and the other is like with the old iPhones. I can't find the other end of it. It's wound up, which is like that, and that also fits my computer. So, and that was just here, and so that's randomly sitting here as well because I was reorganizing it. So that is sitting there. Got my computer sitting here. This is from my Pochette Métis. Oh look, here's my, better go and charge them up because I was editing last night in the sitting room whilst sitting with people. Cheers, by the way. And I also have my nail varnishes sitting here as well. A mess, an absolute mess. And I have bits still sitting here to remind me when I'm editing my empties what to link. So they're all sitting here. All my empties are still sitting here, so that's, I can go through them when I'm doing my links at the bottom, so I don't forget and I don't have to keep watching back at the footage. So I'll just pick them up, link it, bin it, link it. So they're still sitting there. My phone's going crazy. I have my lip gloss, which I love, sitting here. I don't know why. I have a nail file. Oh look, I left things out of my pouch to get them back in. Oh, that's not my nail file from the pouch. That's a nail file here because when I was doing my nails. Oh, by the way, the nail varnish I have on is my absolutely favourite type of white, is this one. I've spoken about it, I'm sure I've spoken about it already. Honey Bunny, that's my favourite one. It's not too white. It's got that, it's that kind of tone where it changes. See, it's very, actually, that's what colour that is. That's what colour the trendy is. Honey Bunny. By the way, not when you put this next to it. When you put that next to it, this looks really white. But on the nails it looks like that, so it's a whitish, pinkish, lilacish colour. Right, so apart from there being a mess. So will I do a video? Or by the way, talking about videos, I'm going to discuss something with you here. So nosiness got the better of me. So you know all the Lydia Millen stuff and the videos we were making in the saga with her hairdresser and blah blah blah, and then whatever it was she said, and then I ended up unsubscribing. Well, more recently, nosiness got the better of me, so I decided to see what was going on her channel. I mean, I tend to do that. I mean, I put my hands up. I tend to do that. Somebody that, you know, I followed for ages. I then sometimes think, wonder what they're up to. So I decided to go and see, and actually I'm sure I still follow Lydia Millen on Instagram, but because I don't look at her profile too often, it doesn't really come up that much. I think I have to actually, anyway. So I thought, and I started watching it, and it almost felt like the old Lydia is back. And I thought, God, I could see a difference in her. It was like the old happy Lydia was back. So I went back a few videos. I kind of went into her playlist just to see if I'd missed anything, and then I watched a video that she did with her therapist, and it all made sense. And since that video, I just feel the old Lydia is back. Again, this is just my opinion. Just watching her, she seems much happier, much more settled. She's now sharing her friends. I haven't actually subscribed back to her, but I think I'm going to actually, in saying that, I think I will subscribe back to her. She, like in the last few videos, I mean, the last one I watched, I think it was, she was with Victoria from In the Throw. They were all together. I actually thought, right, this is why we should never make assumptions. I actually thought they fell out, because initially you always saw them together, and then, so obviously I was wrong. You know what they say, never assume anything. But yeah, that's what, yeah, I think I might subscribe back to her. She seems much more settled. Right, that's the gossip I was gonna talk about. So yeah, I've noticed a big change in her. So obviously her therapy has helped her. So yeah, it's nice to see. It's nice to see. So she must have obviously been struggling. Okay, tidy up or film. Good morning and welcome to Monday the 13th. I've just taken my hair out of my ponytail because I've already been to the gym, and I've also been to TK Maxx because the basket bag saga continued. Did I tell you about the basket bag saga? I can't remember. Anyway, I got a bag. I'll show you it. So this bag I thought was £30 in TK Maxx, and I thought it was too dear for £30. And Sally Sparkle suggested to me yesterday that I was looking at the wrong tag. I was looking at Zara's tag and not TK Maxx's tag, and I was like, she's right. She's absolutely right. So I was itching to go back and see how much the bag was today, and the bag was only £7.99, so I just took it. I'll probably never use it, but I just took it. Anyway, I also started organising in here this morning before I left, because yesterday it was a nightmare. So I still have to keep these things because these things need to be kept. So just now I've started putting my empties, my new empties in here. These are my old empties, which I've still to link. I started doing the video yesterday, last night, editing, but it's a hard edit, these edits. Anyway, this is still sitting here. But I also want to change this room round because it just is not working for me at the moment, because it's a struggle to get in and out my wardrobes. I mean, I've got 2 more bedrooms that I could use, but I don't want to move out of here. I want this room to be my room, my closet room, my space. I want this to be my space. So what I'm thinking of doing is, Rico's measuring it all out for me this morning. I said to him, whilst I'm at the gym, can you measure this out and see if it'll work? So the plan was that these are 2 separate units. So that's 1 unit and that's a 2nd unit. So I was thinking of putting them upright on each side, so they would be, that would be like kind of that idea on one side, and then that idea over there, and then for this to sit in the middle of the 2 shelves is the plan. I think my desk is probably the width of these two of these, but I'm thinking the chair could be at the back and the desk would be out in front here. Oh, I don't know. I mean, this desk folds away. It's a foldable desk, and that's why I bought this desk, but actually I never fold it away, so I don't know. Anyway, that's the plan, but that's an awful lot of work to do today when I've already got the whole of upstairs to do. Anyway, I'm going to show you the bag. I'm going to have a cup of coffee outside because it's sunny again, and then I'm going to get stuck in and decide if I'm actually going to move this about myself or wait for Rico. I don't know. I think I'll clean upstairs and then see how I feel, because if I start doing this now, it's just going to take up all my time. Got an itch. I got an itch, people. Oh. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll clean the rest of upstairs. I'll finish cleaning in here and then maybe rearrange it tonight. Maybe. Okay. Let's go and have a coffee. As I'm going down, I'll show you the bag because I've got it sitting here on the stairs. So here it is. Here is the bag. So it's like that. I can't even say it. Loewe bag. I don't know. Basket bag. And it has a long, detachable, adjustable strap. It has this very significant patch here and bamboo handles, which obviously the original doesn't have. Chloe also do one similar to this, but the shape here is slightly different. But anyway, and I don't actually have a basket bag. And then it's got this inside, which you can pull tight or unclip off. There we go. And that's basically it. It's not very big. It's a very, very small bag. Why my eyes were drawn to it was because when I was in Harvey Nichols, I saw the original, tried it on and loved it. But anyway, is this going to be another bag just to sit on the shelf? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go and have a coffee. Hello and welcome to the 14th of September. It is raining today and it feels colder in the house than it does outside. I think it's time we started putting the heatings on. But anyway, I just remembered as I was cleaning my dining room, somebody had asked me about my pictures that I have up on the walls. I'm sure I have spoken about them before in the past, but I thought Rico's home now so he can help me. But I'll show you the ones in my sitting room, and then I'll talk about this one right here. So for any picture frames that I have in my house are all meaningful, so I don't just put up random frames of people and places. There's a meaning behind every picture that I have in the house. For example, up the top there are all our family pictures, and I like them in the dining room up there, and it just covers the top of my unit. Right there I have a frame with my Lily and my Lulu. This is Lily, this is Lulu, this is Lily, this is Lulu. Okay, this one here was a wedding gift, so that's what this one is. It's just two children, and it's quite a weird, so it's an etching actually, but it's quite weird that the children don't have faces. But anyway, it was a wedding gift, it's different, so it's up there. Like I said, this one I'll come back to. The Hoover is there because it's Tuesday and it's cleaning downstairs day. So here I have two frames. I have had these reframed, but in the same type of frame that they were on. So these I found in my mum's attic. Oh, no, I didn't personally find them, but when my mum and dad bought the house, there was a lot of frames in the house, picture frames. So this is Shakespeare. This is one of Shakespeare just here. So you can actually, I don't know if it's going to focus, but it says Shakespeare there, and I don't know, something along there, but that's that. And the frames they were in were mahogany frames, so I just got them done in mahogany frames again. I did used to use them with their frames, but they were really done, and then when I redecorated in here, I decided to get them all reframed. This is Olivia. Apparently Shakespeare wrote about Olivia. That's all I know. I'm sure all of you know a lot more about it than I, but I just like them. And you know, they were in my mum's house, my mum and dad's house I should say, so that's the meaning behind them. Right here I don't have a frame at the moment, but my mum has one in her house in Cyprus. I say in her house in Cyprus, but anyway, in the house in Cyprus, which my mum used to keep over her fireplace in her sitting room in London. So when they moved to Cyprus, she took it with her and she really loved it, and so did my dad. It's of a girl, and it has its original frame on it, and it's a beautiful frame. I want to bring that back and put it over my fireplace. That's why I've never put any other frame there. That has always been the plan in the back of my mind, but it's getting it here in one piece. That's the problem with that, but that's the plan I've always had. This I call Rico's Witch. This is a frame, he's laughing. This is a frame that, a picture that Rico bought in an antiques auction. I've never ever, you know, it's his thing. This is his thing. He liked it, he bought it, so we've added it with the rest, and it matches the etchings that I have everywhere else. So yeah, you know, he's allowed to put up his frames too now and again, but yeah, I call her Rico's Witch. I know nothing about it. It's signed here. I don't know what it says, but that's her there. So this is another frame, another picture that was in my mum's loft attic. And yeah, if anybody that's ever been here for dinner, round this table here, this has always been the topic of conversation. So this, as far as we know, this person here was the person that lived in my mum's house. There was only this lady and her sister that lived in my mum's house before my mum and dad bought the house. They bought the house in an auction. So they were the original owners of the house. So it was very in its time. When my mum and dad bought the house, it had all its original fireplaces. Every bedroom had a fireplace. Everything was in its original state. Now, so this is the person that apparently lived in the house. And when we found this frame, on the back, well, this picture I should say, because we've changed the frame like all the others. This was stuck at the back of that picture, and as you can see, look, it's all, so we've kept it like that. We've kept it the way we found it when we got it reframed. We just put this person on the back, and it said this was her secret lover, and yeah, that's it. So that's all we know. It was stuck at the back of her picture because it was two spinsters that had the house. my mum's house. There was lots of love letters, and my mum kept them for years, loads of antiques, but through the years and my mum moving to Cyprus, a lot of the stuff got thrown away. So yeah, that's the story behind that. Yeah, Rico can always see Rico and his witches, you know. So here you can see, like, so almost like there's another face behind her looking at her. You can see the eye. I don't know if it will focus through the camera, but it's almost as if there's a face behind her. But yeah, that's my pictures. And of course in my hallway, you've all seen, I just keep all our family pictures. It's our gallery right here. So along here I just have the boys throughout the years. So this is them as toddlers. This is their pictures when they went to primary school. These are their pictures, I don't know, they were kind of just nursery maybe. I think that was their nursery ones. And that's just the three of them all together there. And that's when they all graduated. So Costa graduated, I think it was a mathematics and science degree he did. George was, he did teaching and sports. And Luke did chemical engineering. There we go. And then up here I have my grandchildren. There we go. We have Anna, Theo, Georgie, and Theo and Anna. We have Luke Mario here as a baby. Here we have Costa and George. Here we have Rico. That's me. That's my mummy. That's my daddy. That's me again, and that's my Lulu. So I hope that has answered that. Okay, I'll go into the playroom as well. Might as well go in here as well. Now this is the one and only tapestry that I have left on the wall. I have many tapestries. My mother-in-law made also did some tapestries for us, but I just don't use them anymore. This is the only one that I've left, and that's because I used to do this one. I remember doing this when I had many miscarriages, and it was a thing that used to take my mind off things. It was actually my mother-in-law that taught me to do tapestries. So yeah, it just has a lot of memories. Every stitch has a lot of memories, and that's why I've kept this one up, because there's meaning behind this one. And then here again, it's just pictures of the boys. And these are all my grandchildren here again. And before anybody points out, I do have pictures of my daughter-in-laws as well. We have Kelly there. We have Ruth there with George. We have Ruth's wedding picture there. Okay, and this is a frame that we received when we got married. It's a Gucci frame. So I've just put our wedding picture. Rico has also just now corrected me on Costa's degree. It was a business, science and mathematics degree. Okay, there you go. Right, back to the cleaning, because I've also got gym to do today.